Hello and welcome to my channel, Lady Green Thumb 2. It's the middle of June and I've been out of town for about 3 weeks. So this is the first time that I will see the community garden after a few weeks. I did a couple of things already. I soaked some soybeans. I've been itching to get home to do a few things, sort out seeds. Also, I started to hang all the onions because they are all dry. If you look at my last video, I will link that in the description box below. And you'll see that they are quite dry compared to when I left them to cure for hanging. So I already started to string those up, and I plan to do the same thing with the garlic as well, at least the soft neck garlic. So the plan for today is I had sweet potato vines that had sprouted while I was away, and I have about 10 of them, and I'm going to share most of them, place them near the shed at the community garden. I also picked up some Lysianthus, which is a flower, a really great flower for putting up in a vase. And I got a purple variety from my local HEB. So I was very excited about that when I saw it, because I've been looking to source seeds from somewhere or buy them, but I never did that. So to find them as starts was really exciting. And then I have a few other things that I will show pictures of that I plan to do today. Most of it will be pictures of how the garden looks, and then a quick tour of everything, because it's pretty hot. It's about 84 or 85 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's humid and sunny. It's just my luck. It was showing in the forecast that it was going to be cloudy. As you can tell, it's pretty sunny out. And I hope you enjoy this month's update. By the way, I've decided to do the single seed challenge, and I'm going to do the moringa tree. I've grown that before in the past. I think it was my single seed challenge for 2022. So I want to put that at the community garden because I've been traveling quite a bit, and to have something like that grow, that is very beneficial for pollinators as well as consuming. It has great health benefits. It's like a superfood or super plant. So I plan to put that there, and hopefully that does not get demolished or eaten by rabbits or stolen, because as I've mentioned before, entire plants have been taken from the community garden. Starting with my plot here, this got exposed and it's ready to plant again because there's little sprouts. By the way, I have a red one that started sprouting while I was out of town, and I will be planting that. I might just plant it over in one of these spots. And then I'm going to have to do some weeding, take out the rest of the garlic that I left in the ground. Looks like some of them are still in here. Harvest some of the radish seeds from there and here. Look at the marigold. They are so happy here. They have grown so much. So I might be chopping those down a little bit, drying the petals possibly for tea. And then looks like my okra has come up, so I will maybe thin that out a little bit. I see that there's 3 in next to each other, back to back here. That's a little too close. Again, lots of possession vine that's coming up, so I'll do some maintenance. Use no picking signs. I'll probably use blue paint to make it more visible. There's going to be extra measures taken, by the way, by the city to post no picking signs here. Zinnia, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I'm so happy that these came up. And that's probably just one plant. And then the winged bean looks like it's making progress, but it's overcrowded with all this shade. The basil is back there. This looks like the Thai basil, and the dill has gone to seed. So that's a great sign over here as well. More marigold, and there's another zinnia that's over here. probably will get some more sun after these sunflowers, which are so beautiful, are starting to bloom. Isn't that amazing? From what it looked like a month ago, how tall they got. Look at this burgundy, and there's a bee on it. Here's tulsi basil, or tulsi, that I planted before I left out of town. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Let me smell it. Yes, that is tulsi basil, and this looks like a melon that started from there and is now vining all over the area. I'll see if, actually it's a cucumber possibly. I'll see that. I think it will need to be pruned back because I put a whole bunch of peppers in here, and they are they're starting to flower, so that's a very good sign. Look at this. Oh, I'm so excited. And then this is a cresspedia. Oh, I've been wanting to grow this flower for at least 2-3 years, and it has a yellow ball that it forms as a flower, and it makes a great dry flower in an arrangement. And then here's Swiss chard, and see the onions that I left. This is a baby one. I will harvest whatever I can. And then I did plant ginger. You can tell that the leaf has come out, so it wants to survive. I'll be doing a lot of maintenance. I'm sure there's more ginger in there because I know I planted about 4 or 5 of them. And then look at the lavender. It is in full bloom. I'll be harvesting the flowers and make special cookies out of them. I'll mention, maybe I'll link the recipe in the description box if you're interested. And then this is a cucumber I planted, and I guess one cucumber was not harvested. I did have members of the grove harvest what they could from this plot for me. And I know I planted some other, I think I have passion fruit vines here, so I'm not sure where it is. I know there were about 3 of them, probably missing one. Oh, here it is. It's just starting to, it still looks alive, so there's potential. And then there is another ginger here. I believe this is ginger. I'm trying to see if there's any. Oh yeah, this is cucumber. I'm sure there's a lot more goodies tucked away in here. You can see that here's another ginger, which is starting, it looks green right here. So I'll go ahead and cover it, and I think the bed needs a good drink of water. The finger test, by the way, is going down to the second knuckle. If it's dry, then it really needs water. There's some moisture there, but it could use a little bit more water. And then here's a pepper that I guess it didn't get enough. This is a jalapeno that I bought from a store. It's just overcrowded here, so I need to give this some TLC, give it some space, and I think it'll do fine. The radish is still going strong over here. I think I'm gonna just cut that back. I did clean up some seeds earlier, so I'll collect the dry ones and call it done for that. And there's a lot of empty space here. With the soybeans I soaked, I will plant them all around this area and any other open areas, because that's basically low maintenance, doesn't need fertilizer. And I'll just cross my fingers that I get something. And then this is a cosmos that I got from Argentina, I believe. And tucked in here is radish, so I'll clean that up as well. A different type of radish maybe. But doesn't that look beautiful? I'm sure the pollinators are loving this. So it might look like a hodgepodge of things, but I'm all right with that. This is, by the way, sweet potato vine. So I know there were 2 of them in this spot, and I'll clean that up as well. And oh, there's another sunflower that has bloomed here. Isn't that beautiful? Moving on to plot 12. I'm just going to show the bed and not really go through it in detail. Sunflower has really come up. These are beans right here. I'm not sure if I can show you an actual pod that's formed. They might have been just harvested or started to come on. And then this is cute. Oh, this is, by the way, Kajari melon, I guess. I'm suspecting, and you can tell that the squash bugs are already getting to them. And that's not a good thing. We're gonna have to spray. There was one that was ready that was shown to me by a member, and sorry, it was not ready. The tendril, by the way, that is closest to the melon has to be dry for it to be ready to be picked. And there's another one tucked right in there. And then I did plant moonflower here, and I'm sure it flowered quite a bit. But you can tell that there's another one coming on there, and look at how many buds are here. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6, 7 buds of flowers or blooms from that one area. Lots of weeds. Peppers look so much better in here. That's the fish pepper, and I know it because I planted it last year and got a tremendous amount of fruit. And then this is the Kajari melon that started from this side and it's now going up there. But I see 2 over on that side, a third one forming, another one over on top on the trellis. And then there was one here that was hidden, but hopefully it's still there. It was almost ready, but I'm sure I'll find it later. We're trying to hide all the fruit because then they will get swiped if they are in sight. And then this is a pepper. I forgot what variety. I'd have to look at a prior video, but they're really nice long ones, and I'll be harvesting some of these before they get swiped. And then there's most of the peppers here, by the way, was requested that I start, all these will start from seed, by the way, that they not be so hot. So most of them are on the milder side, or like a bell pepper type. And the beans that I was looking for is really in there. Oh, right here, here's one. And I'll pop the name of that bean once I find out. Or if I remember, I'll mention it. More peppers. So the peppers are looking really good. This pepper is also from Argentina. It's a small purple hot pepper. There were 2 stalks. There was one here and one over here, but that one got eaten the beginning of the season. That did too, but it recovered. So there's also, looks like okra was planted on this side. So that's plot 12. Moving on to plot 14. This trellis, I guess, could not hold up the cucumbers. I see one right here. So I'll be harvesting some cucumbers, to take home. And there's probably more in here somewhere, but I'll probably be chopping this off because it's done. It's done enough production. Give some space to herbs that I have planted in there. There's also basil, mint, some plants that were given to us by members of the Grove. A lot of herbs here. And here we go. Here's chamomile, which I had on my patio, but it didn't do well there because of the air circulation, so I put it out here and it's doing wonderfully. And the lemongrass has come out. Again, an herb fiesta, right? All around here is an herb fiesta. And then this looks like parsley. It's parsley. So I'm probably going to prune quite a bit off here just to make space. And then there was more cucumber here. I'll probably be taking this out as well, but look at this beautiful cucumber. So I'll take whatever I can to harvest and clean all that up. And here's a wonderful corn. I have the worst luck with corn, so I had another member plant that and it looks wonderful. Ooh, what is that? So Here's the yarrow. I'll clean this up too. It looks all dry. And this beautiful zinnia, check it out. Look at them. I don't know if this is coming through on the camera, but it's red with orange or yellow. And it stands this way. And then the garlic chives are still going strong. Oh, the corn is looking really, really good. I think I'll have another round planted by Hamburger Grove. And then also the sunflowers are tucked in between everywhere. The point was to use the stalks for trellising. So we'll see what happens. Sunflowers are pretty shallow rooted, so they do, after they get completely dry at the end of the season, they're easy just to pull out. So hopefully it holds up. Just some education on that. So this is a burgundy variety completely. This is a mix. Isn't that beautiful? And then this is a yellow one. So what was done is all the stalks were pruned. I didn't want too many flowers forming the whole way up to allow airflow and sunlight to the rest of the plants. That's why I had planned on doing that. And then there's another cucumber over here, so it's going to be a great cucumber party for me. And then the last plot here, I'll start on this side. It's not actually 14, plot 14. It belongs to this plot over here. What's going on here? I think this is a cucumber, but I'll be able to tell hopefully soon. Wow. And this one is a little shy in blooming. I don't know if that can be seen. And then tomatoes. Look at this. There's an actual bunch, well, 2 of them, but they don't look so hot. Looks like bugs are poking at it. And then the bee going into the flower and pollinating. Pretty sure these are cucumbers. They were in 3 spots in this bed. And then here's the lovely zinnia. In between all of this, by the way, I'm sure you saw the tomato. There's tomato throughout this plot. They don't look so hot. They have tomatoes on them, but I don't think they got enough sunlight. So I'm going to have to remember that for next time. And then this cucumber is not looking good. It's all wilted. Looks like a branch had been broken off. And more cucumber here. So I think I'll be ripping all this out and putting another wave of cucumber. And then this is okra that I planted before I left. And look at that. Look how big it got. And I put amaranth in between because that's a great trap crop to put with okra so that the bugs go to that instead of the okra. There's very, very minimal damage on the okra. Doesn't look bad. So that is everything. And I'm so excited that there's things to harvest and that the plants really filled out all the spaces beautifully. So I was out there for about 3 hours, and this is the haul that I got with the help of another gardener. This is a long pepper. I'll put the name of it if I have it. And then serrano, jalapeno. This is Rancho Gordo beans. The trellising that I said that the beans were on, these were the ones that were harvested. I can tell that the white butterfly larva or worms are actually starting to make holes in them. I had to dispose of quite a few. And then these tomatoes were given to me by a fellow gardener because I shared sweet potato vine. And also another gardener that I took the offer up of 1 radish. And then these are winter squash. That was from another bed just to cover it so that the weeds would be under control. Garlic, the rest of it, not too hot, by the way, because the clothes are coming apart. You can tell that it's not tight and there's no wrapper around the whole thing, but I'll use these up sooner than later. This one looks to be decent. A shallot right here, actually two in here. One is a little soft, might be just one good one in there. I'm gonna let that cure, as well as 2 onions, and then potato and cucumber. I'm going to let this, cut it up and let it dry. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. I'll do some research first to see if that's the way it's supposed to be done, but I'll collect seed from this baby. So that's the haul, and it's quite impressive, in my opinion.